What's up, YouTube? Back at you with another video. I know I'm late to this. We're here with the Marvel Studios Black Panther Wakanda Forever trailer. Very highly anticipated. I've been talking about this video since 2020 when it was announced that this movie started filming. And there's been a lot of controversy, surrounding it. I watched maybe a couple of people talk about it. I haven't really listened to people talk about it too much because I wanted to talk about it myself. So even though I'm a little late to the party, I'm gonna still do a reaction to it anyway. So without saying too much more, let's just get into it.
No woman, no cry. Hey, little darling, don't shed no tear. No woman, no cry. Good friends we are, and good friends we've lost along the way. In this great future, you can't forget your past. So dry your tears, I say. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright.
I am queen of the most powerful nation in the world, and my entire family is gone. Have I not given everything?
And when I wake up,
Alright, so what I didn't mention in the beginning is basically the fact that I had watched this trailer just once before the night that it dropped, and all I did was shake my head. So you know what I'm saying, I wish Chadwick Boseman was still alive, man. It didn't really, it's like it hit before, but then it hits you again because now the movie's coming out and he's not there. And with Angela Bassett's monologue, which is basically saying that everybody in her family, I mean, I'm not sure about any other members, but obviously T'Chaka and Tchalla, they're both dead. And it's just one of those things where I wish things weren't the way that they were. Now everybody's been talking about who's the new Black Panther, right? And from what I've seen on Twitter, conversations that I've had, things like that, it's Shuri. If you notice, there's a part in the trailer right here where the whole throne room is on fire. Think back to the first Black Panther where right after Michael B. Jordan becomes king, the whole lair, I forgot what it's called, but where it's not the throne room, but where he received the heart-shaped herb, it was all on fire too. So, and I heard, through the grapevine, in the last year that Michael B. Jordan is going to reprise his role in some, capacity, shape or form. So maybe he shows up in the ancestral plane. I'm not 100% sure, but, and look, I don't have a problem with Shuri being the new Black Panther, right? Because initially I had an issue with them recasting the role. I didn't want them to. There are so many stories of Black Panther, particularly T'Challa, that need to be told. Yes, I understand that Shuri did take the mantle at some point in the comics for however much amount of time, but T'Challa is Black Panther. And my biggest concern with this franchise and film moving forward is the fact that now, with Chadwick Boseman being gone, Wakanda is going to become an Amazonian-like country. You're not going to see, black men too much, because what did you see in this whole entire trailer thus far? All black women. Yeah, you might have saw M'Baku here and there, and I'm talking about Wakandas. I'm not talking about everybody else. But as far as the country of Wakanda, it's all you see is black women. You don't see black men no more. We don't have Daniel Kaluuya. M'Baku is going to be a small, supporting role. He's probably not going to be as prominent in this film as he was in the first one. No Chadwick, no Michael B. Jordan. So this whole entire film, and I love black women, but this whole film is literally going to be just like a whole feminist, women empowerment thing, and it's not going to be, what it should be, which is a collective of all its citizens. Now, yeah, like I said, I get it. Men are going to be in this film, but it's not going to be, what it was. And this is a complete 360 from the direction that I'm assuming it was supposed to go, because as far as I remember, Black Panther 2 was actually originally scheduled to come out in May of this year, and obviously that got pushed back. You got delays, this and that. So, obviously I'm going to see it anyway, but you can pretty much just tell that Shuri is the next Black Panther, because you see this scene here where she walks into the lab, and you see that? So they basically recreated the same shot that she did with Chadwick when Chadwick would walk into the lab, and then Shuri was the lab tech creating all the inventions and things like that. So whoever this girl is basically that for her. So she's the new Shuri, because she's walking in. See, she's got the new haircut now. She's got the all black going on. I bet you this shot probably happens at the very end of the movie. Probably, like, it's gonna happen at the very end of the movie. And I've also seen that on the suit there's like a weapon on the arms that is basically the same weapon that she had in the original Black Panther, where it's like the Panther, laser guns that she had. I forgot what they're called, but y'all know what I'm talking about. So like I said, man, her being Black Panther is not a bad thing, but I hope at some point they work it out where we can get, T'Challa variant or somebody else, and then we could get, these stories of T'Challa told. Because let me tell you something, I didn't grow up watching Black Panther. We didn't have a Black Panther cartoon the same way we had Batman Beyond, the same way we had Static Shock, we had Spider-Man cartoons. It wasn't a first-hand cartoon. It's like, if you were somebody that read the comics, great, but my generation, yeah, there were probably some kids that were reading the comics, but I wasn't reading comics. I was watching the cartoons. That's how I became familiar with, these, like my favorite superheroes, which are, Spider-Man and Batman. That's how I got familiar with them in the movies. So the same is to be said for Black Panther, but it's like my favorite character is gone. So everything that I was looking forward to seeing with Chadwick moving forward, that pretty much got stripped away. And it's like, me sitting in the theater the whole entire time is probably not going to be the happiest, most exciting experience. It's not. It's not. Because as of right now, well, as of last year, Chadwick T'Challa was my favorite hero in the MCU. Because if you're new to my channel, you're not new to my channel, I had issues with Tom Holland's character of Peter Parker / Spider-Man for, some odd years now. And Black Panther took that #1 spot as far as the Marvel Cinematic Universe and everything that, I was excited to see moving forward. Because Tony Stark is not there, Steve Rogers is not there. So Chadwick, as far as I'm concerned, if you watch Infinity War, he was going to be that new guy. Out of that whole, crowd, who was on par with Steve Rogers when they were running down to go fight all the aliens and shit like that? It was T'Challa. It was Black Panther, so he was supposed to be the guy, and now he's not here. So then Shuri's is supposed to do it. Like I said, I'm all for women empowerment and all that. You know, y'all do y'all thing and be great, but I want to see T'Challa's stories told, and I feel like they are doing fans a disservice by just doing a pivot. And I understand, you know, they said in their initial statement that, you know, Chadwick Boseman was their king. You know, he's T'Challa and he can't be replaced. I understand that, but it's got to go on, man. And you know, not only am I a fan of Chadwick Boseman, but I'm also a fan of Black Panther through his work, and I'd like to see it be continued. So it doesn't have to be in this particular universe, but you know, just like they did in the Multiverse of Madness, there's got to be another T'Challa out there somewhere, and I hope that they start to tell those stories too, because you know that's just what I'd like to see. So yeah, pretty much those are my, you know, thoughts on the trailer and everything like that. Yeah, so please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Good luck.